Hello everybody, it's Lauren here, back with another video at Just Believe. So today we have another Lay the Favourite video. It is Rafa Nadal against Taylor Fritz in the final of the Miami Open. Actually, no, I don't think it's the Miami Open, it's the Indian Wells. Miami is next week. So here we are with the final, and what we're doing today is we are laying Nadal, who is the favourite, currently at 1.21, and we're laying him at the beginning of the match. So what you can see me doing here is I have gone in with an initial stake of £50 for a £10 liability, and I decided to average in my stake. And so my total liability was supposed to be £30, and instead of putting all of that £30 on at 1.2, which would have given me £100 if Nadal did actually lose the match, instead of doing that, I decided to just split my stake in and around 1.2. You'll see a little bit later on, as what you can see on the screen now, I've also tried to put 25 in at 1.18. And the idea was, if that had then got matched, I would have put another 25 in around about 1.16. That was the plan at the time. But what has happened is Nadal has been under pressure. He's under pressure, as you can see, from the very first service game. So basically what that's meaning, as you continue to see, is the odds on Nadal didn't drop any lower than 1.2. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, how many times have you experienced this, and what do you do? Do you average your stake in, or do you just put your whole stake in, just your whole position right there, right then, in the first go? Let me know in the comments below. So as you can see, Nadal's 2 break points down, and his back odds are around about 1.24, and I've got some green on the table. So what we thought was going to happen is happening, but I didn't expect it to happen so soon. I mean, this is a final, this is Nadal. That being said, if any of you had been following this tournament, you would have known that Nadal, he's not been playing very well in this particular tournament. His starting odds in this is a final. His starting odds in the semi-final were 1.6, around about 1.6, I think, and in the match before that, his starting odds were around about 1.4. So to see him start the final at 1.2 means that there was a really strong feeling that he would win this match. However, if you look at the screen again, you can see we're in the first game and there's already over 1 million in the market. So yeah, this for those of you who have been trading, I really hope you got in on this match. I really do. Nadal has there's been a lot of opportunities in his matches in this tournament. So anyways, where are we now? So we're still struggling in this first game. As you can see, the odds are still around 1.2. Now, what I should have done at this point is I should have increased my stake at 1.2, because that was the low, if you will. Or 1.18 was actually the low. But 1.2 is showing you that that is the resistance point, effectively. So if I had the graph on the screen, you'd see that we'd be in a period of consolidation here, but also that it's spiking, it's hitting high highs for Fritz, because Fritz is putting Nadal under pressure. And as you can see, he's just broken and gone 1-0 up, and the odds have now gone to 1.35. So essentially, what I have done on the screen is I have put myself in the queue to take out some of my liability. So we are trying to take out 625 at odds of 1.45. Now, why have I done that given the fact the odds are at 1.37? Well, if Fritz holds his serve, we know that his odds are going to rise, and we're going to try and take some of our liability out at 1.45 as and when they get there. That's the plan. That's why I've put that in. And as you can see, Fritz held his serve and went up to 1.46. So on the screen on the right hand side, you can see I still have my £25 stake on Nadal for 1.18. I've still got that there, but more importantly, under my matched bets, you can see I had you can see what I've got. You can see what I've got. I've taken out some of my liability. You know, we'll talk more about that later, but let me know what you would be doing in this situation. So we've moved on, and as you can see, you know, Fritz is really starting to surprise everyone now. Look how high the odds on Nadal have got to, 1.8. Now, to be absolutely honest with you, my strategy for this was to exit around about 1.7. I did not think that we would get to 1.8 so early on in the match. Okay, because this is Rafael Nadal we're talking about here. So this is why I say loads of people, as you can see, 1.5 million, lots of people was making lots of money on this match, and I really hope for those of you who traded it, you did too. So getting back to where we are, I have put in another unmatched bet at 625. We can clearly see the trajectory of this. We can clearly see, you know, Nadal is about to go 2 breaks down. It's the odds are swinging in Fritz's favour. We know that unless Nadal stems this tide, the odds are going to continue to rise. So we're trying to put ourselves in position for 2.56. Why have I said 2.56? Essentially, both players are going to swap position. So if Fritz continues his lead, which you can see he is, he will assume the position that Nadal had at the beginning of the match. That's just the way it goes with the odds. And so like I did early on, like you've seen me do throughout this video so far, I'm putting myself in position so that once we get up there, you know, that's another feather in my cap. And as you can see on the screen, I've taken out liability, you know, so much so that there's no liability left. We're playing with the house's money. The only thing that bothers me here, if I go back to the very beginning of the video, I made a mistake. Let me know in the comments below what you think the mistake was. All right. And I will come back at the end of the video and tell you what I think the mistake was. But here we are. 4-1, Nadal's managed to get himself on the scoreboard. We've got about £15 cash out. If we think about what my initial liability was, I think it was £10. If I took the 15 now, oh gosh, what would that be? Well, it would be more than 1-to-1, you know. So this, if I left now, this would be excellent. I mean, as I said, my intention was to leave around about 1.7, but here you can see we're at 2.12 now. Nadal's just about to lose the set, it looks like, and yeah, you know, it's it would be fine to take it now, but you can see we're in an upward trajectory, so there's no point moving. All you can do, all I would say to do, is just manage your position and manage your liability as best you can. And to see, just, you know, follow the wave. There's no point getting off yet because we're not at the top, and we're going to try and get off at the top. So as you can see here, I've put in another stake of I think that's £11 at 2.72. Now this is speculative. This is very speculative. So my 2.58, I'm pretty confident I'm going to get that within the next 2 games. The 2.72, not so much, but it's there in position just in case, and I can amend the value. I think you saw, or we'll see in a moment, me amending the value. You know, so it's again just in a position, just at the point of managing the position now. There's no more liability, you know, where it's a win-win situation that we're in here. Now you can see Nadal must have said, you know what, this is a final, I've got to do something. Can't just, you know, go down without a fight. He's managed to get another game. But here you can see Taylor Fritz is serving for the first set. All right, so pretty much as we were doing before, just managing the position. Not really much else to do. However, now is a really interesting point because, as I said, Taylor Fritz is serving for the set against Nadal. You would expect this is the last chance for Nadal to save the set, so you would expect the champion, as he is, to mount a comeback, and there also to be some nerves with Taylor Fritz. So you do need to pay attention at this point, because if Nadal were to break, then, and as you can see, he's just gone love 15 up, his odds would start to come down because you would expect the starting favourite to, put some pressure on. So you do have to be careful at this point, because if you start to enter a period of consolidation, which means the odds, hover at where they are, where they were at the start of the game, then, you do have to question what it is you're going to do next. If you've still got liability on the table, you might want to reduce some of that liability depending upon, again, obviously what you're doing, or if it's a case like I have on the screen, I am playing with the house's money, you might want to hedge a little bit more of it over. My 2.56 that I'd put in queue earlier on has just gotten matched, and as you can see, I've hedged a little bit more over. But generally speaking, the odds on Nadal are starting to drop, and he has just broken serve. And as you can see, his odds have come back down to 2.02. So again, let me know in the comments below what you would do. I'm going to tell you now what my mistake was earlier on. My mistake was, as you saw, I had a cover-in bet, if you will, for the £25 at 1.18. What I should have done was still get the rest of my money in around that 1.2, even 1.3 I could have gone into, because the odds were rising so high, so quickly for Nadal. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know in the comments box below. Smash the like button if you did enjoy it, so YouTube knows that it's a good video, and see you all on the next one. Bye for now.